Okay, let's get started. All right, we're going to start lying on our back. So do whatever you need to get nice and comfortable. You could put a cushion underneath your knees or your hips or underneath your head. You could have your legs out straight or feet flat like so. I want you to put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and we're just going to start to build our breath for a little bit before we begin moving. So just take a few natural breaths and notice how your breath feels. Are you doing short, shallow breaths, or are they deepening? We want to start to direct our breath first into our belly and then into expanding the ribs. So it's almost like you're splitting your inhale in half. Half of it goes to the belly button, half of it goes into the ribs, expanding your rib cage. And then just exhale nice and slow, letting it all come out completely. We have a bit of a habit of holding on to our exhales, so really try and empty those lungs. So as you breathe into your belly, you should feel your hand on your navel rise. And then as you breathe into the ribs, you should feel the hand on your chest rise. So use that as feedback to direct the breath. And each breath that you take, just make it last a little bit longer. When you're ready, you can hug your knees into your chest and just start to rock side to side. Maybe draw circles with your knees. Really massage out that lower back. Still using those deep, full belly breaths. And then hug one knee into your chest, stretch the other one out nice and long. And holding onto that knee, you're just going to draw circles around your hip joint. Wherever you feel any tightness, kind of focus on that area. So there might be more towards the inside or towards the outside. Just feel it out. And then take a really deep, big breath in. And as you exhale, take your knee across your body, stretching your arm in the opposite direction. And as you're here, really breathe into that tight area in your spine. So we can start to remove the tension in the muscles. Super slow, deep breathing. And then when you're ready, come back to the center. We're going to hug the opposite knee into the chest. And again, start with those hip circles, just kind of massaging out where you feel tight. Whatever feels good for you. And then take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist that knee across the body and stretch your arm out. Breathe into that tight space in the spine and the side body. Big, deep breaths, slow exhales. And then come back to the center. Stretch your legs out nice and long. We're going to lift one leg up, flex your foot towards the sky and grab onto your leg wherever you can. So that might be back of the thigh, back of the knee, back of the calf. We don't have to have a completely straight leg, but just as long as you feel a nice stretch through the back of the hamstrings. You can take a few deep breaths here. Keep that heel flexed, lengthen through the muscles. And then keeping the leg as straight as you can, we're going to take the whole leg across the body. So it's out long, getting a deeper spinal stretch. Come back to the center, grab the back of the other leg, pull it nice and close. Flex your foot towards the sky. And keep the tension on, keep breathing through it so that it starts to loosen. Awesome. Now take that straight leg across the body, as straight as you can get it. Big, big, big spinal stretch. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Then we're slowly going to make our way onto all fours, hands and knees. Make sure your hands are directly below the shoulders, fingers are spread nice and wide. Press the floor away. Then we're going to go into a cat-cow. So inhale, push the floor away, pull your shoulder blades apart, breathe into the ribs. And then exhale, scoop the belly, eyes forward, shoulders back. Inhale, press the floor away. And exhale to scoop. Really focus on that big expansive breath. Pull the shoulder blades apart, open the ribs. And exhale. And then find the middle position with your spine there. You're going to take one hand up towards the sky and then bring it down, sweep it through your body and bring your head towards the floor. Inhale, twist up, reach the arm to the sky. Exhale, reach through the body. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, reach through. And this time we're just going to rest here with our head and shoulder on the floor. If you have the mobility, you can bring your other arm up towards the sky. Otherwise, just keep it flat in front of you, wherever's comfortable. Slowly come back towards all fours and then into the other side. So open up. And exhale to scoop through. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. Inhale. And exhale, come through. This time we rest here, stretching with that arm, and if you can, reach the other one up to the sky. Deep breathing into the rib cage and the spine. And slowly come back to all fours. Next, we're going to take our right leg, bring your right knee behind your right wrist, tuck that shin underneath you, and then drop your left knee down, coming down into a pigeon pose. Just fold as much as you're able to. We want a gentle stretch, not a strain through the hip. So if you need to lessen the load on the hip, you just need to bring your left knee forward a little bit more. Then inhale, rise back up. Tuck your left knee behind your left hand, drive that right leg back, and sink down. Take a few moments to focus on your breath. And then slowly rise back up onto all fours. You're going to tuck the toes under, lift your hips up to the sky into a downward dog. Keep your knees as bent as you need to. We're just going to drop one heel at a time. Press the chest towards your toes. On your next inhale, shift your weight forwards, bring your knees back to the floor. And then exhale, sit your hips back into a child's pose. Inhale, come back to all fours, tuck the toes. Exhale, lift the hips up, chest towards your toes. Into downward dog. Inhale to all fours, moving with the breath. Exhale to child's pose. Inhale all fours. Exhale down dog. Inhale all fours. Exhale child's pose, and this is where we'll stay for a little bit. So spread the knees nice and wide. Let your chest and forehead sink towards the floor. Breathe in and out through the nose. Beautiful. Slowly lift your head, shift your weight forward so that you're on your belly, forearms by your side. Inhale, press your hands and your forearms into the floor, lift the chest. And then exhale to fold. Inhale, lift the chest only as far as you're able to with a gentle stretch. We don't want to dump through the lower back. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. And then on this last one, if you can come up onto your hands into an upward dog, then do so. Otherwise, just stay on your forearms. Make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. You're going to pull the shoulders away from your ears. Take 3 really big inhales. Last one. And as you exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly. And then we're going to roll over onto your back, getting nice and comfortable once again. So you can use a cushion, a foam roller, anything else to make lying down a bit more comfortable. And then bring one hand to your navel, one hand to your chest once again. And just pay attention to how your breath feels in this moment. Reflect on the difference to how it felt when we first started. With each inhale that you take, gather up any tension you're holding in your body. And as you exhale, feel it melt away. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can hug your knees into your chest or stretch your arms overhead. And then when you're ready, slowly come back up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today, ladies. Hope you enjoyed it.